I'm Terry Mason. I'm a curriculum writer at Deakin University currently. I'm also chair of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Policy Committee of the National Tertiary Education Union. I've just been asked to make some comment around the clauses for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people that are being negotiated currently in our enterprise agreements. There has been some particular note taken of our claim to have mandatory numerical targets in our agreements. And some people have asked why we are so insistent on these. Well, it's not an easy and simplistic answer that one could give. One could say it's about equality, that it says that Aboriginal people should have places made for them to represent their pro rata standard in the population parity. So there's been a baseline mention of 2.2%, but some places have 4.5%. So it's been a negotiated number. But I'd say it's far more than an issue of equity about employing Aboriginal people because we're a figure within the population. Aboriginal people, when they're employed in a university or any other sector, come with a skill set. They come with knowledges, they come with intellectual property, they come with life experience. And that experience is specific to their lived lives, their lived culture. It's something different than a learned experience. And that adds to the whole. So they bring an essence to a university circumstance that's not just about the supply of knowledge and skills and service within the university, but it's about communication and worldviews, and it adds to the whole of the university. So we're not talking about an equity program any longer. We're talking about something that's wholesome. It's something that adds to the university, not just to the individual that's employed. And if you start to look at it that way, we're now talking about maybe the term equivalence. We're not saying Aboriginal people should be employed and just become anonymous and disappear into a university system. We're saying that the distinctness that's required and that they bring is different, but it adds to the whole and enhances the entire work experience and outcome for students and for staff. So equivalence doesn't mean the same. It means something is different but equivalent and adds to the whole. So it's an enhanced thing that these targets bring. So they're far more important than just a figure or an equity program. The enterprise agreement's important because, like everything else, if there's a conflict, you need an arbitrator. And the enterprise agreement is recognised by the Fair Work Commission. So if there's a dispute, then we can have a recognised arbitrator decide the outcome. If it's in a reconciliation action plan or any other kind of agreement or policy, it can be changed at will. And there's no ability for two sides of a dispute to be able to come to an outcome that both could be content with in that it's been decided fairly and properly.